Away from that, let's focus in on the management. Mr. Pramod Deo, he is the chairperson and chief executive at CERC, who now joins in on Market Sense. Mr. Deo, thanks very much for joining in. To start off with, your company can revise the power tariffs despite PACs, according to the Attorney General. What is your comment on this issue?
Yes, the Attorney General's opinion was sought by Forum of Regulators, and it was in the context that in the case 1 bidding for one power plant in a state, the power plant might be supplying to more than one state. And in that case, each state regulatory commission adopts that tariff based on the competitive bidding. Now, in case there is any dispute, that who would have jurisdiction, that was the principal issue, and that's what the FOR, Forum of Regulators, had referred to Attorney General. And Attorney General has given opinion that in that case, since the power plant has a composite scheme or otherwise, it will be Central Commission which will have jurisdiction.
Now, Mr. Dev, what is your view on the CAG report which talks about power companies making windfall gains due to the coal block allocation? Do you think such reports might discourage power players and investments even in the power sector?
Well, frankly speaking, I am an electricity regulator and I really have no comments on CAG's report on coal sector. We will have to ask people from coal ministry, and as far as the regulatory commission in electricity is concerned, we are not really involved with that issue today. No?
Now, CERC has also ordered an investigation into the failure of power grids. Are there any important findings so far?
Well, as you are aware that the ministry had appointed a committee. That committee has given its report, and we had asked Power Grid Corporation and also the POSOCO, which is the system operator. They have given their report, and what we have suggested is that in the hearing, in the northern region, the various state load dispatch center, their managers, we have issued them personal notices holding them responsible for overdrawal and asked them why they should not be penalized. But more important thing is we had also asked National Load Dispatch Center to come up with some radial feeders which could be opened in case there is an overdrawal. And what we found out that procedure will take long time, more than 10 minutes. So in case of real emergency, what we have asked Power Grid to identify such feeders on which the electricity travels from one state to other through the state line. So they become the what we call as the interstate transmission lines. They have become part of that, or they are incidental to that. Because in that case, it will be possible to have direct control on them, and we can avoid such eventuality.
Now, Mr. Dev, the CERC has asked the government to exclude exchanges from the FCRA. Tell us what the rationale here is.
What should be the foreign exchange participation in that FCRA? So this was a reference made to us, and already one exchange has a foreign exchange equity, and based on that we have made our recommendation that up to 49% can, because this will attract also investment in this newly emerging power market.
And finally, after banks, credit rating agencies have raised the flag over power distribution companies and their financials, what is your take on the situation? The latest one being the Haryana Power General Corp, where CRISIL has downgraded the rating to default.
Well, the very heartening thing is that now nearly 20 state regulatory commissions have come with their tariff order. Even Haryana has come with a tariff revision. And once this process starts, the fact remains is that state like Haryana in the past had not done tariff revision. So there are the huge accumulated dues. And in view of that, to improve the financial position, they have to follow this discipline of having annual tariff revision and clearing these old dues, what we call as the regulatory assets. They will have to be liquidated, and after the APTEL judgment and asking the regulator to go for regular tariff revision on annual basis, things have really improved, and this is the forum of regulator is also monitoring that.
Mr. Pramod Dev, thanks very much for joining us on the show and talking to us about some of those regulatory issues that the CERC is looking to address.